Style Marketing Manager from VBusiness, and I will be your host for today. As you can observe, by default, all attendees is automatically muted. So if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to chat it out on the question box that you can see on the right side of the screen. We will have a question and answer portion later to be able to address all of your questions. Also, while we are waiting for others to join, we're inviting you to like VBusiness Facebook page to be updated to our solutions offering and free webinars, just like what we are going to do today. Also, just to share with you about a brief background of our agenda for today, we have a welcome remarks later from VBusiness President, Mr. Edison de Guzman. Next is we have a special pre-recorded video from Julius Lau, Head of Emerging Markets from AWS Public Sector, to discuss on Go Digital, build resilience and scalability into learning. Later, we also have Ms. Hazel Jimeno, Business Unit Head of Enterprise Security Solutions, to discuss about the solutions overview of VBusiness and also to share some insights on how VBusiness can help the education sector to adapt to new normal. Okay, so we also have a demo presentation from Mr. Ferdinand Tito Santos on Amazon Workspaces and how we can leverage it as a virtual laboratory for schools. As you can also notice, we had some changes with the program flow. Some of you had seen Cisco as one of our speakers for today, but we've decided to postpone it and make a separate session in order to have a focused discussion first for AWS. And also, please do like our page so you can be updated for the new schedule. We hope that you will be able to enjoy today's session and be able to adapt AWS solutions with your new normal setup for your institution. All right, to start our session for today, may we call Mr. Edison de Guzman, President from VBusiness, to give us his welcome remarks. Hi, Sir Edison.
Hi, good morning. Thank you very much, Ms. Tala. Thank you for our attendees. So I hope everyone is enjoying the day, though it seems the weather is not good. Okay, so I'm just quite wondering what will be our new normal be look like, especially for the education sector. Like example, for 1.5 billion students globally are being affected, and also in the Philippines, the affected were about 27 million. So I'm just wondering how our students and educators right now for this situation. So in this new situation that we have, of course, the students and the educators become more exposed and open to the internet. So while we need to also consider our students' privacy, we need also to consider their security. We have to consider their safety. And of course, to consider their well-being in this digital world. So also we need to consider everyone are new to the success of this remote and online learning as an alternative. And I'd like to give some insights on, of course, how our company easily adapt our work from home and our success doing it right now. So way back 2012, our company already decided to move all our applications, all our infrastructure to AWS, wherein our journey to cloud started. So we build our products and services. We decided immediately and put it on AWS. So AWS is like a family to us, actually. With these decisions and strategy, so our business grew and grew faster. With 200% growth. And in terms of personnel, so increases from 3 personnel to 100 plus employee. Of course, we put also 3 company under our mother company value lines. So we have B1G2, we have Stray Club, and VBusiness. So those 3 company later on, Ms. Hazel will discuss the role of each company. And of course, I'd like to also extend our help. So how our institutions like us can be of help to you right now, how we can help you build a cases wherein we can also automate your recent or current applications moving to AWS infrastructure, so it will be make available online, or how we can start building your journey. So at least on our small way, we can help you, the institution. So without further ado, of course, I'd like to give the floor to Crystal and moving on to our event. So welcome. So stay with us. If you have further questions, please let us know. And if you want to start, so please reach out to us, and our team are available and ready to help you. Okay, Crystal, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Edison, for your warm welcome. So next up is we have Mr. Julius Lau, Head of Emerging Markets from AWS Public Sector. So this is a pre-recorded video for us as he could not attend the session today. However, on standby, we have our team and also some folks from AWS to respond to your questions later. If we cannot answer all the questions, please expect an email from us for the next few days. So before I play the video, we have a poll here. I would like all to answer this. So let me launch this one and please do answer. Okay. So let me know if you can also see the poll. Okay. So we have some answers already. So let's wait while some of you is answering the questions. Okay, 54% already voted. Thank you for answering. So let's wait for the others. All right, thank you for answering our poll. So we will now share to you the pre-recorded video from Mr. Julian Lau. Do let me know if you're already can see the screen. Thank you. Okay, so good morning from University of Batangas. So all of the attendees, good morning. And thank you for coming. For the new attendees, we have a question box on the right side. So if you have any questions to our speakers, please feel free to chat it out. Let me know if you can already see the video. Okay, so while it's still loading, let's just wait for a few minutes. Okay, so there you go. Can you already see the video?
Welcome to our
Yes, yes.
sections.
Configure na yung juice. Okay na. Sorry, this portion of webinar cannot be viewed on your device.
All right, so that is Mr. Julian Lau from AWS, Head of Emerging Markets from the public sector. So let me share to you some chats that we have here. So let me acknowledge some of our attendees. So we have more than 70 attendees today. So thank you so much for your time and for attending today's webinar. And also, before we move to the next speaker, some chats here. So let me read it to you. Okay, so good morning. Berlinda R. Perez from University of Batangas. So good morning. She's from CAS department. So we hope you've enjoyed our session, and we have more speakers to discuss about some of our solutions. Okay, so let's move forward with our next speaker. So we have Ms. Hazel Jimeno to discuss about blending in the new normal and VBusiness solutions overview. So Ms. Hazel, I'll pass this share screen to you.
Hello, good morning. Have you seen my screen now?
Not yet, Miss Hazel. It's on your Chrome.
Okay,
Okay.
let's wait for a while.
So while waiting, we would like to thank some attendees from University of Batangas, from Asia Pacific College, from Central Escolar University, from St. Paul University, Eurocampus. Thank you so much for attending. We're very overwhelmed for more than 70 attendees for today. Thank you. We hope you will be able to enjoy this session. Okay, so we can now start, Miss Hazel.
Let's start now. So, hello, good morning to everyone. Let me start this webinar by introducing myself. I am Hazel Jimeno, Business Unit Head for VBusiness Software and Solution E. And our topic for today is all about blending in the new normal for education sector. But before we start, I would like to discuss first our agenda for today. Wait. Okay, our agenda for today is to discuss first our company profile, the current situations and statistics in our school now, and students and school challenges, transition to virtual learning. And our featured products for today to discuss is all about Amazon Workspace, Amazon AppStream 2.0, Amazon WorkDocs, and our very own product, Yespo Chatbot. Okay. First, our company profile. ValueLine started as IBM reseller year 2000 and servicing top corporations and also being a distributor for security products for several years now. So ValueLine built the B1G2 technologies, focusing on ESET businesses and exclusively in the Philippines. While Strict Club is our services arm for AWS businesses and our manufacturer for our business application solutions. While our very own company, VBusiness, is the marketing arm focused on AWS businesses. Okay, so these are our products powered by Amazon. And we are also certified 9001, which is the quality management, and ISO 27001, which is the information security management system. Okay, who is VBusiness? Again, it is a spin-off company of ValueLine. It started as a department, so focusing on Amazon Web Services as standard technology partner way back 2013. So from VBusiness expertise and dedication on working for different projects, AWS recognized them through Value Line as their professional service partner and as being an advanced consulting partner for both commercial and public sector. Okay. Let me give you some statistics also in background. So during this COVID, turned the world upside and down. So everything has been impact how we live, how we interact with each other, how we work, communicate, and how we move around and travel. So although the world is in lockdown, so government, school principals, entrepreneurs, and families around the world are already planning the next steps. So how safely reopen the schools and businesses, how to commute and travel without transmitting or contracting infection, how to support those most affected by crisis. So the millions who have lost their livelihoods or their loved ones, how to ensure that already serious inequalities don't deteriorate further. So statistics shows over 160 million students impacted across ASEAN. So in the Philippines, it is 28 million students affected. So it is according to UNESCO statistics. So the education now is changing across teaching, learning, and administration. Students are more digitally engaged than ever before. So teacher must reach more students in more places through and distance learning. With this new normal in education sector, these are some common challenges that student will face. So lack of security for their student devices because of their bring your own devices, like basic protections like AB is not seen here. So most of us also has an internet connectivity issues and too much screen time for the screen because too much exposure for the radiation and a lot more. So impact with the students, families, sharing devices, multiple application and sites to be visit, and even control management of online classroom. So right now with the help of our parents right now. So let me also give some challenges also. These are some challenges with the school. So to buy a right solution for online learning, control and management of teacher to online classroom, so readjust budget allocation in order to respond to this emerging need, and preparation of teachers in online teaching. So these are the common challenges that education faces today. But through this session, you will be able to learn how to secure your devices. You will be able to choose the right solution that tailored fit to your school requirements. Okay? So how to nurture education at home in the midst of health crisis. So transition into virtual learning. So we have to enable education anytime, anywhere, regardless where students are. So even to save faculty time driving across campus for office hours or training, and even engage students in connected student community. Okay, so let me start with the featured product for today, the Amazon Workspace. Okay, the Amazon Workspace is a managed service desktop as service solution. So it enables to access documents, applications, resources using your own device. You can provision it either Windows or Linux or even Macs and laptops. It can be scaled in a few minutes quickly and help you to eliminate the complexity in managing your operating system, your hardware inventory, and even the patches also. So later on, our featured product for today is to demo the workspace. So we will show you how to provision and launch the workspace. Okay, so what are the benefits of having a workspace? So first, simplify desktop delivery. So it helps you eliminate many administrative tasks associated with managing your desktop lifecycle. So including provisioning, deploying, maintaining, and even the recycling of your desktop. There is less hardware inventory to manage and no need for complex virtual desktop. So deployments that don't scale. And then keep your data secure. So how? It deployed with an Amazon Virtual Private Network, which is the VPC, provide each user with access to persistent and encrypted storage volumes in an AWS and integrate with our KMS, which is the Key Management Service. So no user data is stored on your local device. So third benefits is reduce cost. It eliminates the need to overbuy desktop and laptop resources by providing on-demand access to cloud desktop, which is that includes a range of compute, memory, and storage resources to meet your user performance need. And fourth, centrally manage and scale your global desktop deployment. So it is available in 13 AWS region and provide access to high performance cloud desktops. Whether your team gets work done, you can manage a global deployment of many thousands of workspaces from the AWS console. And you can rapidly provision and deprovision desktop as the need of workforce change. So it is perfect approach for a school institutions that centrally manage branches also with hundreds or thousands of computers and laptops. Okay. So let me show you also the use case sample of this Amazon Workspace. So number one, provide secure cloud desktop for remote, mobile, and contract employees. So desktop accessible anywhere with an internet connections with any supported device. So enable, number two, to use sample case is the enable bring your own device. So it has a wide range of device supported like PC, Mac, iPod, Kindle Fire, Android tablet, Chrome, and web browser like Firefox and Chrome and etc. So number three use case, you rapidly provision and scale desktop for software test and development. So you don't have to worry for the expense and inventory that comes with a lot of over provision physical hardware. So it includes all the tools your developers need to build applications quickly. So your source code is not stored on developer's device, helping you to ensure the safety of your intellectual property. Okay. And number four, use sample. You can quickly provision persistent desktop for classroom and lab testing. So it provides a full persistent desktop throughout their education journey. So quickly deliver specific application for the unique needs for their class. So work hand in hand with AWS upstream. Okay, and then number five, use case, rapid integration during mergers and acquisition. So it supports quickly the onboarding or offloading large of employees with fast and easy and secure to access company applications and data. So the IT teams quickly can provision and decommission secure workspace to keep with changing organizational structures. Okay, so let's move on to Amazon Upstream 2.0. Okay, what is Amazon Upstream 2.0? Students, with this solution, students access the applications for their class throughout any computer. So it doesn't matter where they're using, like I've said earlier, Mac, Chromes, or PCs, or whether in the classroom, even in the library, just in case, and cafe, or even at home. So it streams your application from AWS to any computer. So make it easy to manage application for your class. Just simply install your applications on Upstream 2.0 in the same way you would any Windows computer. So then configure your applications with just a few clicks and your students can start learning. You can also use G Suite and other solutions to manage student access and provide individual storage. So application 2.0 is a fully managed on AWS with simply pay-as-you-go pricing. So moving forward, what are the benefits of this Amazon AppStream 2.0? So number one is provide students the application they need. So your students simply just open the browser, choose the application they need, and start learning. You no longer need to worry about running Windows applications on your Macs and Chromebooks, or even the troubleshooting installations with your students. So number two, always have access to a computer lab. So you don't need to reserve computer labs, and your student don't need to find a computer lab to do their work. So it delivers also what your student need at the computer lab directly to their computers, whether they're using Mac, etc. Okay. And the third benefits using this solution is reduce your IT spending. So you can stop now for purchasing computers students use for just a few hours a week. You may pay only for the time that your student are streaming application, plus reduce monthly fee per student. So there are no long-term contracts here, so complex licensing or no termination fees. So number four, benefits, let students learn anytime from anywhere. So applications are available for the students on demand. They can access them during class, close their laptops when class end, and pick up where they left off at the library, cafe, or at home. Okay. And then number five, benefits, manage your class applications. Simply install your applications on AppStream, the same you would on your Windows computer. Then configure application in just a few clicks. Then same as I mentioned earlier, you can use G Suite also, or your school's existing IT solution to manage student and provide individual storage. So number six, this is the most important thing during this COVID, is the deliver distance learning. Our class aren't limited by students' access to specific computers or in campus. So with this, any student in the world can access the application need for a class with a fluid and responsive experience. Okay, moving forward, we have sample use case here, specific for graphic designing subject. Okay. Amazon AppStream offers graphic design, Graphics Pro, G4 Instance Family. It is a perfect for schools offering these courses. So number two is the student access the application they need for the class through any computer. So student no need to move from one lab machine to another per subject, and she only needs to do labs or other school activities that requires connectivity to school and their network. Okay. Moving forward, the third featured product is Amazon WorkDocs, which is the managed content collaboration service. Amazon WorkDocs is a fully managed secure content creation, storage, and collaboration service. So with this, you can easily create, edit, and share content, and because it's stored centrally on AWS, it access it from anytime, anywhere. So make easier for you to collaborate with each other, and let's easy share content, provide rich feedback, and edit documents. So you may now retire legacy file share infrastructure by moving files to the cloud. So you can also integrate with your existing system and offers a rich API so that you can develop your own content-rich applications. So again, there are no upfront fees or commitment here. You may pay for active users and the storage you can use. So what are the benefits of using this solution? So you can migrate your on-premise file servers and reduce costs significantly. It fully managed service that lets you retire expensive network files and painlessly move content to the cloud. You can also launch content directly from Windows File Explorer and Mac Finder and even Workspaces. So all without consuming valuable local disk space. So number two benefits is bring content in your applications and processes. So it makes easier for you to add content rich features to your web and mobile applications by using Amazon WorkDocs as a content repository. So you can use the user and admin level capabilities of AWS SDK to integrate with your business tools and antivirus and malware detection applications as well. So number three, benefits is securely share with internal teams and external users in real time. It allows you easy to share with teams and invite external user for cross organizational collaboration. So you can use actually a real-time active feed to track side-wide collaboration actions by file, folder, or username. You can reduce long email threads with like commenting, highlighting, and requesting feedback capabilities. So granular searching helps you to find feedback from colleagues across documents as well. So number four benefits is the route your documents using approval workflow. So with this Amazon WorkDocs, you can now route documents and other files stored in WorkDocs for approval. So approval workflow automatically routes the files, assigns review tasks to approvers, and send reminders and notification. So you can also track the status of your approval requests as well as those awaiting your approval. So number five benefits, secure your content on the cloud. With Amazon WorkDocs, let's you store your content on the largest global cloud infrastructure, which is the AWS, built to satisfy the requirements of your security-sensitive customers. Your content is encrypted in transit and even at rest. So you may review users' admin activity tracking to know it accessing what. So it is maintain the compliance also for HIPAA, GDPR, and PCI DSS compliance. So evaluated with SOC reports 1 to 3 and align with our ISO compliance requirement. So number six benefits is extend your desktop to the cloud. So Amazon WorkDocs Drive is a native cloud application that combines the ease of working in Windows File Explorer or Mac Finder with the scale of Amazon WorkDocs. So with Amazon WorkDocs Drive, all of your files are available on-demand from your device without having to consume the valuable disk space on your PC or Mac OS. You can also use WorkDocs Drive as your primary user drive, and you don't need to network share to store your content. Okay? Let's move forward to use samples. So these are the use samples. Number one is you may replace the costly legacy file share. So in this case, the legacy network file share and on-premise enterprise content management solution are expensive, complex, and monolithic. So many leading enterprises are looking at the ways to adopt modern, secure, and efficient, and cost-effective cloud alternatives. So with this, you can easily migrate existing content from your legacy network files to the cloud, and your user can continue to access their individual and team share content from their native desktop files through your WorkDocs drive or the web user interface or mobile application. Okay? And then number two use case samples is the approval workflows. So like what I've said earlier, there's a workflow here. Content approval works are essential to many organizations to help automate business processes by making them consistent and more efficient. So with this, Amazon WorkDocs offers a document approval workflow management that enable users to create approval workflow and route files stored in WorkDocs to one or more users for their approval. Okay? And approval workflow allows your users to build workflows to track and manage and their document approval process in an automated manner. Okay? And sharing and collaboration across internal, external teams. With Amazon WorkDoc, both end user and teams are easily stored in files with WorkDocs, and their content can be easily accessed across devices. So it provides secure and auditable end user and team sharing. Okay, team can also share comments and request feedback on their various documents and files. So number 4, application extension and integrated content experiences. So customer open requires seamless integration between their existing system, business application, and content repository. So if you want to configure their content experiences through robust APIs, so enables also the organization to achieve automation, extensibility through SDK for custom development and access to cloud storage. Okay, let's move forward to our very own product, which is the YesPo chatbot. It is a 24/7 real-time response, or it is a virtual assistant. It is our very own product designed to simulate human conversation over the internet. They answer questions and perform tasks using artificial intelligence, which is the backend, is the Amazon, and to solve problems of humans in real time 24/7. So with this, you can integrate it to your school Facebook page and even your website. So what are the main features of this? It is, number 1 is hosted in AWS. You have a real-time responses of your predefined FAQs. There is an auto response to your customer inquiries by keywords or menu options, and it has a facility for information sharing, also for sharing documents, images, and video. Users can also request download forms here. You can handle multiple concurrent users. There is a feedback mechanism also inside for assessing customer satisfaction. Use an in-bot survey. You can also provide auto responses for non-related messages. There is also a dashboard there and live agent platform for a chatbot. And you can integrate with Messenger, website, and even Viber. So it has also an ability to generate reports, custom report for ticketing system. And the platform is also has a real-time performance report. So what are the benefits of this chatbot? YesPo chatbot. So number 1, it increased productivity and efficiency. So 2 to 3 conversation limit, but with chatbot no limit. Okay, so customer service online, it can handle lots of customer inquiries, like in enrollment system inquiries like that. And interactive, you can use it as interactive marketing platform for your campaign. So push marketing announcement. And number 4, it is convenient and accurate customer experience. So anytime, anywhere, with your latest gadget, no additional or lacking of messages to be sent. So number 5, reduce manual effort. So this would essentially mean completely removing or at least reducing the number of touches, your keystroke, mouse clicks required to help the bot to determine the best solution to the problem. So number 6 is ability to forecast the right solution. So in order for the system to display clickable options for user to choose, the right options need to be predicted from a set of choices. Okay. What are the use case examples that we identified? So you can use it as online inquiry assistant for your enrollment. You can predefine the question and answer queries who are interested to enroll without going to schools. You can also use this as a grading system by providing student ID, user login, that's it. And you can also online marketing platform for your announcement, like school calendars and important events. Okay. So that's all for today. For any inquiries, clarifications, if you are also interested with presentations and POC requests, you may contact me through this number and email. Okay. And please like our Facebook page. Thank you. And our website. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Hazel, for a business overview and some AWS solutions that we can offer to education sector. So before we move forward to our last speaker, which is Sir Tito, we will flash another poll. So this is the last poll for today. Please do answer this. So let's wait for some answers to come in. All right, 52% already voted. Let's wait for the others. So some of you already raised their questions. So later, after our last speaker for today, we will have a question and answer portion. You may ask your questions via the question box that you can see on the right side of your screen. So later, we will address all of the questions after our last speaker for today. Okay, so let's wait for some answers to come. All right, thank you for the answers. Okay, so for our last presenter for today, we have Mr. Ferdinand Tito Santos to have a demo presentation of Amazon Workspaces for schools. So let's welcome Mr. Tito Santos. Sir Tito.
Morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sir Tito, loud and clear.
Okay. I'll just start my slides now. So good morning, I'm Tito Santos, Sales Engineer of VBusiness. And this will be our agenda for today. Amazon Workspaces architectural diagram, prerequisites of Amazon Workspaces, and a demo on launching Amazon Workspaces, accessing Amazon Workspaces, and user self-permission. Here's the basic architectural diagram of Amazon Workspace. So in here, we have the AWS managed VPCs for the workspaces and the Microsoft AD. And we have our users here accessing workspaces via internet. And this is and here we have our customer managed VPCs. Okay. So here are the prerequisites of Amazon Workspace. First of all, we need to check what is the best region or service availability before we deploy before we deploy AWS Workspaces. So by using this link, okay, we can see it. For example, here. So I ran it earlier and it's recommended me to the Asia Pacific region in Singapore. Okay. We will also be needing a VPC for workspaces, subnets for workspaces, one public subnet and two private subnets, public route for workspaces, internet gateway, NAT gateway, and here we will be using an AWS managed directory. So we will be launching Amazon Workspaces with the following simple steps. Select directory, identify users, select bundles, workspaces configuration, and then review and launch. So now we will be going to my console. Here, I'll just type workspaces. And I'm already redirected to the workspaces. So here are my current workspaces bundles. Let's just click launch. So we'll be selecting a directory. This directory vbusiness.ph has been created earlier. So I will just be selecting it. Next. Now we will be creating the user. Okay. For example, Andres. Okay. Andres B. And we will be needing the email address because after the successful creation or launching of the AWS Workspace bundle, the AWS Workspace bundle will email the credentials and how the user can connect to his assigned workspace bundle. Then I'll just click create user. And then we can see the users here now. Okay, just click next. Here we can see the workspace bundles. So on the right side, we can see the CPU, memory, root volume, user volume. So it depends, it's just like selecting your hardware specifications. Okay. By the way, root volume is our drive C, where the operating system resides, while the user volume is where our files or documents will be saved. Okay. So let's try performance with Windows 10. It's a free tier, having 2 vCPUs, 7.5 GB of memory, 80 GB of root volume, and 100 GB of user volume. Okay, I already selected it there. And click next. And we will be asked on the running mode. We have an option here that always on. Always on means it runs 24/7 and you will be billed monthly. While here in the auto stop timers, ours is set to 1. For example, if the user has been idle for 1 hour, our workspace bundle will stop or pause. Okay. We also can encrypt our root volume and user volume, but for this demo, I will not be doing any encryption. And we can also use tags to manage the naming and tracking of our workspace bundles. But in this scenario, I'll just put name, say test. The value is test. Okay. And then let's just review it, and then let's click launch. So now it's currently launching the workspace, and it will require at least 20 minutes for it to be available. But I already have a running machine. So in here, let's proceed first to my slides. Since you already had done with these steps. Next is after a successful launching of the workspace, you will the end user will be receiving an email like this. Okay, and for him to download, he will just need to click this and do some setting of password. And you will also require the registration code later. And for us to download the installers, okay, we can download it using this link, which is also provided in the email. So in here, it is supported by Mac, Windows, Linux, iPad, Android, Chrome, Fire Tablet, and Web Access. Okay, but now we will be using a Windows client. Okay, which is this now. So I already registered it. So I'll just try to reconnect again. See, So this is my workspace bundles. Okay. For us to see the details of our workspace bundles, we can click support, about my workspace. Okay, you can see our IP address, status health of the workspace bundles, and the computer type, which is standard, and my registration code. Let's close this. And these are some settings that we can do using the client side. We can change the compute size if we want to increase it. Okay, so increasing the compute size will have additional costs. Okay. Same with increasing the disk size. There will be additional costs. And switching to different running mode. Okay. And if we want to rebuild our workspace, for example, our operating system got corrupted, or we want to set it into a default factory settings, we can do that by setting rebuild workspace. By the way, root user volume is being backed up every 12 hours. Okay, so we don't need to back up our files because it's being saved. If we want to restore this our workspace bundles to the default factory default settings, we can do that without backing up the our user volume. Okay. Also, we can do management here. Okay. For example, let's select a workspace bundle. Example, let's select mine. Okay. If I want to reboot my workspace, I can reboot it here, or rebuild and restore a workspace, remove a workspace, or modify a workspace. Let's try modify workspace. Okay. So we can modify the root volume and user volume from here, from this side. Okay. If we want to change the compute size, we can do it here. Okay. As you can see, we can only select Power Pro up to Power Pro. How about graphics? If we want to change our compute type to graphics, we can do that by going to migrate to workspace. Okay. So we can migrate our workspace from here. We can do it. Or for example, we want to create a image, a gold image. We can do it here also. But for an encrypted volume, we cannot do it. But on by the way, the machine should be running when doing a create image. Okay. So if you want to disable the user self permissions, we can do it here. Sorry. I'll select this one. The details. And we can disable it from here. Okay. If you don't want users to restart or increase volume, you just disable it here, change the compute size, switch to running mode, or even rebuild. We can update this. And all those settings in the client side will be gone or disabled. Okay. Okay. By default, our workspace bundles has internet connection, and since it has been launched in Singapore region, our internet connection is in Singapore. Okay. So here are some user permission details. So remember me, if you select remember me, we allow end users to cache credentials on the client. The start workspace from client is enable the users to restart their workspaces from the client. Okay. Increase volume size is allow our end users to increase volume size. Change compute type is allow our end users to choose between value, standard, performance, power, and power pros workspaces. Or switch running mode is allows users to switch between always on and auto stop. And rebuild workspaces enables our user to rebuild workspace, which if we don't want to allow our users to have access in this, we can disable it from our directory. Okay, I think that's it for now. And again, thank you. I'm Tito Santos. If you have questions, feel free to ask via the question box on the right side of the screen.
All right. Thank you, Sir Tito, for sharing to us a demo of Amazon Workspaces and how schools can use this as a virtual laboratory. So this time is our question and answer portion. If you have any questions, please do so by asking on the question box that you can see on the right side of your screen. So we have some questions earlier. We will share it to you. So let me share to you some of the questions. I'll read this. So we have some questions from Sir Jojo. So this is our first question earlier. So he asked about, okay, so wait, let me read this for you. So he is asking about in terms of end user usage for schools, when should we use AppStream versus Workspace? So I think it's about the difference, right? So can we answer some insights about this one, Sir Tito, or on some of our team?
While can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now, Sir Tito.
Yeah. While the two AWS services are somewhat similar, it is important to remember that Amazon AppStream is focused on hosting individual applications on AWS, while Amazon Workspace creates a virtual desktop that can be used to create entire working environments for you and your team. I hope it has been answered.
Okay, thank you, Sir Tito. So we have another question. So this is from Mr. Cesar Fantanosa. How does AWS treat application licensing? So can we share some insights about this? Any of our speakers can answer.
I think for licensing, this is Edison. For licensing, you can choose. It is bundled already with example for Microsoft, so you can choose that. Or if you're using an open source like Linux, so it is pre-configured already. Or you can bring your license, something like that.
Okay, so we have two follow-up questions. If we are using Photoshop and we have 20 students, how do AWS handle the licensing? Can we answer this, Sir Tito, or other speakers?
I think if the license is they have already licensed, so we will just put the applications on AWS, something like that, for the use case. Yeah, we'll just use the current license of the Photoshop. So you bring the the current workload from on-premise to AWS. So we lift and shift, something like that.
Okay, so I think we have some packages for Workspaces. We can share it to you. If ever we can send an email about the graphics and the Graphics Pro. So okay, so next follow-up question is, what is the minimum requirements for client to run AWS? So can we answer this one? Some of our speakers.
It depends on the use case, of course. For me, I suggest for the school to start their journey on cloud. So let's start with the applications that are critical for academic, like what we did. So we start on our web application. So for this case example, you can start with the learning module system. So put on a small resource, and then we will evaluate the workload. So once uh, the requirements pick up, so we can increase the capacity, so based on the demand. So that's the good thing about AWS. You can increase the capacity based on the demand upon assessment. So we cannot start on a higher capacity, and then the workload is just few. So on some use case that we did for academic, so we start on a small and medium workload, then we go up after assessing. So at least we can save a lot of resources and money.
Okay, so we have another follow-up question again from Mr. Cesar Fantanosa. What is the bandwidth requirements? So can we answer this, Sir Tito or Sir Edison?
Yeah. At least the bandwidth requirement will at least be for the user connecting minimum connecting to AWS workspace is around 1 Mbps or higher. I think for upstream it will require at least 2 Mbps.
All right. We hope that it has answered the question from Mr. Cesar. If you have any other questions, our speakers is still here to answer all of your questions. Please do so by typing your questions on the question box on the right side of the screen. So,
Also, Crystal,
yes, Sir
I'd like
Edison.
to share another point just before we end. I'd like also to include this on security point of view. So how we can address again, what I've said earlier, the welfare, the security, both the students and the educators. So we have some program also in one of our company, B1G2, is an ESET security, wherein we can help you also assess both the students and the educators to how we can secure the end-to-end security, the endpoints. So we can help you leverage on that also. Please take advantage this opportunity. And AWS also giving us some free credits and demo wherein we can start your journey. So if you want to start putting your resources on AWS, let us know. So please register through Miss Hazel and the team, so we can help you how we can help you on your initiative moving to cloud. So AWS is kind enough to help us assist on some credit funding. So please take advantage of that. So that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Sir Edison, for the additional insights about the security. So if you have further questions or inquiries, you may do so by typing the questions now or by sending us an email. So we will flash on the screen later all our contact details for you to be able to screen capture. So I would also like to share some AWS programs that can benefit institutions and schools like you. So what is AWS Educate? So students and educators have access to content and programs developed to skill up for cloud careers in growing fields. So AWS Educate also connects companies hiring for cloud skills to qualified student job seekers with the AWS Educate job board. So it is really interesting program of AWS. So next one is AWS Academy. So just a brief background, it provides higher education institutes with a free, ready-to-teach cloud computing curriculum that prepares students to pursue industry-recognized certifications and in-demand cloud jobs. So AWS curriculums helps educators stay at the forefront of AWS cloud innovation so that they can equip students with the skills they need to get hired in one of the fastest-growing industries. So some campuses ask us, so what's the difference between AWS Educate and AWS Academy? So first, AWS Educate is a membership-based program for post-secondary students, educators, and institutions. It offers AWS promotional credits, just like what Sir Edison mentioned earlier. So cloud career pathways with curated learning content, collaboration tools, and access to selected AWS trainings and the AWS Educate Job Board. So pwede kayong mag-hire ng employees if you have cloud courses, and also it offers membership din. While AWS Academy nga, ang target niya is post-secondary institutions. It is designed to be delivered over a semester by AWS Academy accredited instructors. So if you have interest or further questions about AWS Educate and Academy, we will be glad to assist you and to forward this to Amazon Web Services public sector team. So we will also like to share some of our activities for schools. So this is value line led activities that we've conducted for the past years. AWS Ciclab Pilipinas. So this is the first Ciclab Pilipinas of Amazon in the Philippines, and Value Line is one of the major sponsors. So as you can see, this is our booth. Some students they have passed their resumes, and then they have games there. It's very interactive. It's fun. I think it's almost 1,000 of students daily that are coming because it's a one full week event. So it's really exciting, and it's free for the students. So maybe if all become well, maybe you can join Ciclab Pilipinas also. So some pictures also. So these are the students who won on our booth. So some of them are from University of Makati and other schools. So this one is Ciclab Pilipinas last year. The 2018 Ciclab Pilipinas is held on SMX MOA in BGC Aura, while this one in 2019, it is held on AWS office, since AWS has launched their own office in the Philippines last year. So they're maximizing their space, and they held Ciclab Pilipinas on their office. So Value Line also sponsored that one, and we have our booth there. So some applications, I think we have one that is currently working on us already. So it's a free 1 week event for the students. So I think educators can also join for this. So also we have our Value Line Campus Marketing. We've sponsored some schools on their activities for some colleges in IT. We've held cloud computing introductions. We've done booths. This is for free. You can partner with us. If all is well in the future, we can do partnerships. We can sponsor our activity. We can do a free introduction to cloud computing for your students. So you can reach out to us. Some schools here is from University of the East, Caloocan, University of Makati. We have an Intro to Cloud Computing for Holy Angel University in Pampanga. So we can reach even outside Metro Manila. So I can see here that we have many attendees from University of Batangas. Wow, thank you so much for your interest and for your time today. We're very overwhelmed with all the attendees today from University of Batangas. Thank you. From College of St. Benilde, we have from Central Escolar University, St. Paul University. Thank you so much. Please reach out to us if you have any other questions or concern. So here is our contact details. You can see on your screen. Please screen capture this one. So if you have any questions, or if you would like to schedule a separate session for us, you may do so. You can send us an email. We will be glad to discuss it to you further and to have an assessment specifically for your school, so that we can help you adapt to the new normal skill, which new normal learning scheme, which is what we call blended learning or flexible learning. So we can offer cloud computing to your schools or Amazon Workspaces, like what we've discussed earlier. So please do screen capture this one. And we will also be giving away Grab Food voucher. I think we have some sponsors, so we will now be giving away 200 pesos Grab Food voucher for the 5 early birds. Congratulations, and thank you for coming early. Please expect an email within the day. And also for those who've asked questions earlier, you will also receive a 100 pesos Grab Food voucher. Again, thank you. We hope you've enjoyed our session for today. And we will have a survey form that will pop up on your screen once you leave this webinar. We would like to seek for your approval, if you can add your contact number so that we can also contact you when we have other webinar sessions, because I think we forgot to add it on the registration link. So please do provide your contact details once you leave the webinar on the survey form. Again, just to emphasize before we end this webinar, VBusiness is an advanced consulting partner of Amazon Web Services here in the Philippines, not just for commercial, but also for public sector, including education sector like you. So we've come up with this webinar in order to help schools adapt to the new normal of learning that is also mandated by the government. So we're expecting of less face-to-face to no face-to-face interaction on the next school year. And with the available technology that we have, particularly with AWS technology, we can utilize this and be able to leverage it so that schools can be able to adapt. So, any more questions before we leave? Thank you so much, Miss Angelica. Thank you, Mr. Eddie. Thank you for all the questions and for the chats earlier. For the first part on the pre-recorded, if you cannot hear it clearly, maybe we can send it to you, the video and the presentation slide. Some of you are requesting it. So thank you, everyone. And I think that's all for today. We hope you've enjoyed and learned on our today's session. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you to all the schools, and God bless. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and everybody.
Thank you.